Hey guys, my name's Evan. Welcome to Country View Acres. So today I came out here, I was going to do a welding project today, and I went to get started moving my welder into the workshop, and I got a little bit frustrated. I don't like the fact that my welder and my gas bottle are separate. I have to unhook the gas line every time and move these two separately, and it is a little frustrating. My intention when I bought this toolbox was to actually turn it into a welding cart. And that's what we're going to finally do today. We're going to make it so it actually holds the gas bottles, so it actually wraps up all the cords, and so it holds all of my welding and grinding equipment. All right, we'll go ahead and take the welder off of here so that we can get to the bottom of the toolbox. So I've already emptied out all the drawers. This thing's a little dirty from, look at all the cobwebs, man. Whew. So we need to modify the bottom of this toolbox so that it can hold the weight of the gas bottles. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the casters. So now that the wheels are off, I want to attach a couple pieces of steel to the bottom here. Basically something like that. Now I don't actually want this resting on this lip. I want to put some spacers up underneath here so that it's actually pushing against the same bolt holes that it was before. So I think for spacers I've got a couple washers and then a nut. And that should be a little bit higher. Yep, see, it hits it, so it's high enough to raise it up so it's not resting on the side. So I'm going to take my cheap calipers here, find the center, lock it down, and we'll just etch that onto the steel. Like I said, it's a cheap pair of calipers. I don't really care. By the way, these are Harbor Freight calipers. Believe me, they're not expensive. It's like $6. I think I'm going a little fast. I think I am going a little fast. So now that we got our holes drilled, we just set them on top of these spacers without knocking them out of place. And then we can put our wheels back on, and they have to have a longer bolt. So we've got our supports underneath the toolbox now, so now I'm going to build a platform for the gas bottles. So I'm going to put some angle iron together for the base of the platform. It'll give a lip to keep the bottle from coming off the edge. This is going to be 10 by 18 and a quarter. It should be big enough for 2 gas bottles. All right, now I just need to cut a piece of plywood to put in here. So it looks like about 10 1/8 by 17 7/8. Looks pretty good. I can always turn it the other way and show the wooden side. What do you think? That don't look too bad either. So now I need to make something to chain the bottle to the toolbox to secure the bottle so that it can't fall over or get knocked off. And the good thing about this toolbox is the handle can mount at either end. So there's already 4 threaded holes we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a plate to fit on here that we can bolt down, and then we'll make it so that we can chain the bottles to that plate. So I've got my plate made that's going to bolt onto this side of the toolbox. I've got 3 extra holes in here that I'm going to tap out 3/8, and that's going to be able to thread in an eye bolt that I can attach the chain to hold the bottle in place. So I'm going to thread these eye bolts into the plate and then lock down that jam nut. So I plan on hooking a chain on here around the bottle and then back to this hook, and the same for the second bottle. And that's how we'll attach it. I just need to cut these open enough to get a chain on there. Let's go ahead and take the burrs off so you can't get cut. All right, so that's going to go on there just like that. I just need to get some short pieces of chain to chain on the bottles. And it'll be something like that. Okay, there we go. So the next thing I want to do is make something to hold these cords, to get them out of the way and up off the ground. So on the back side of the toolbox, I'm thinking about making 2 cord hangers back here, and that way we can just wrap them up and keep them out of the way when we're not using it. So this is what I've come up with for the cord wrap. I think that's 10 inches long. That's just 1.5 inch flat stock. 3/4 inch pipe, cut 2 inches long. And I think you'll be able to wrap your cord around that. I think that'll work pretty good. So I'm just going to weld the pieces of pipe to the flat stock. I've got a total of 2 of these to make 2 cord wraps. All right, for the cord holders, I'll probably end up putting those on the cart, something like that. And I think that'll work out pretty good. Well, I think I've got all my pieces made up now. So I'm going to go ahead and take this all back apart. I'm going to clean up all these pieces of metal, and then I'm going to paint them black so that they match the welding cart. And then once the paint's dry, we'll go ahead, we'll put it back together and see how it looks. did I do that? I drilled the holes in the wrong spot. All right, I've got the welding cart all done. So now it's time to start putting all my tools in here and getting it organized. So this will be everything for my angle grinders. I'll put my die grinders in here. And then some extra welding wire. So this drawer, I'm going to put my angle grinders. So if you try to do this, you got to look for a cart with a deep bottom drawer so you can fit your welding hoods in there. One last touch. Be a magnetic level, a magnetic hook with a crescent wrench. So I think I bought this toolbox about a year ago with the intention of turning it into a welding cart, but I ended up just throwing the welder on it and using it the way it was. And the welder pretty much stayed in one spot. So it really hasn't been a problem until now. I've got an extension cord, so now I can actually move my welder in here, or I can move it up to the front of the pole barn. And now that I'm trying to finally move my welder around, it became a problem. I need the gas bottle and the welder to move together, and this is exactly what I had pictured in my mind when I bought this toolbox a year ago. So I think it's going to work out good. I can move everything together now. I've got all my tools together. Everything's all nice and neat. So yeah, I think this is going to work out pretty good. So now I can finally do the welding project that I actually intended to do, but I'll end up saving that for another video. So I think that's it for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.